Yo, yo! Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for doing this. Thank you so much. I'm so lucky to have all of you beautiful, talented people with us on our second episode. Give me a pop, pop. Pop, pop. Let us start.
Everybody put your hands in the air.
My name is Hassan.
And I'm Isha, and our podcast show is called The Show on Parallel Earth.
And why is that, Isha?
Because the current Earth has a lot of hatred. So we are here to take this show on another Earth where everyone is equal and treated with love, where we do positive discussions, we spread love and hope, talk about our personal experience. The first guest I would like to introduce is Holly. So Holly is a choreographer for the stage and screen. Holly is also a writer for the magazine Dance Informa, using her platform to highlight other artists in her field. Her recent clients include Netflix, Comedy Central, and Marc Jacobs.
Oh my God! Wow!
Hi, Holly. We welcome you here. Second guest we have with us is Mr. Aamir Nawaz. He's a theatre director, educationist, light designer, and trainer working in theatre field since 2003. He is founder and artistic director of Mass Foundation, which is leading theatre company of Pakistan since 2003. He has directed and produced more than 26 theatre plays and more than 340 theatre shows nationally and internationally. So we welcome you, Mr. Aamir. The next guest we have is Samyukhta. She is a writer and director based in Chennai. She has worked across film, theatre, new media, and television. She currently heads the content team for Why Not Studios and is launching a podcast called Guilted at the End of the World. The next guest we have is Mr. David Wintersteen.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, David.
He is a founding ensemble member of Theatre B, which was established in 2003 in Fargo, ND, which continues to serve the Fargo Moorhead community by invigorating civic conversations in an intimate venue. He has acted on stage and in films for over 40 years. Over 40 years!
I started when I was 14.
Wow. The last guest is Farah Fasi. So, Farah is a freelance dancer, teacher, and choreographer in Vienna. And she has previously worked with the dance company Hungry Sharks. So most recently, she premiered her first own production Ariel in Salzburg and Vienna, and also produced Austria's first house dance theatre piece together with her co-choreographer Olivia.
So one last thing before we start having some fun, you should know that you can use the words like fuck, cunt, shit fucker, wanker, poop, poop fucker, vagina, vagina fucker, dickhead, and the words like tits fucker, asshole, fucking fuck you, motherfucker, fatherfucker, pot fucker, and whatever I mean to say is fuck is on the table. Do you hear Mr. Aamir?
Yeah. Fuck you, Hassan.
Gay!
And to all the fuckers who are watching this, who are gonna type in the comments, women shouldn't swear, decent people didn't swear. Come on, guys, it's 2020. Fuck you guys. Seriously, fuck you guys. No one cares.
If you're really triggered, please
Fuck off. Seriously. The first segment is called Journey of Being a Performer.
As we all know that it is not easy being a performer or anyone related to performing arts, especially in Asian countries, due to multiple issues. If you sell a man a theatre ticket, he will be poor for a day. But if you teach a man to do theatre, he will be poor for a lifetime.
The truth hurts. It hurts.
The truth hurts.
Let's start with Samyukhta. When did you decide to choose this field where you are, in a 24/7 suffering?
And poor.
Toys.
Don't forget poor.
Let's start with the fact that my mother was a poor theatre artist. Pretty much grew most of my childhood in editing studios and backstage and stuff like that. I always wanted to say something. I had lots of things to ask. I had lots of things to... And this was the most ready way for me to start asking them. I'm a
Yes,
person
yes.
who doesn't follow any rule or system that I'm put in. Working in India in these fields, it's definitely not been safe at all for my gender. And that has probably been one of my primary struggles. It took me like a good till 22 years old to be able to say things or say, let's not work with these group of people.
More power to you, Sam.
Thank you.
I studied in very small schools, so there were no concept of theater at all. I joined a college. There was no dramatic club. There was no theater going on. But I really like to go on the stage. Every time I don't know, just like a monkey, I just want to go on the stage and do something. As my father was an engineer, I always have an aim to become an engineer. So I got admission in the engineering university, and I came to Lahore, and I started to see a new world. And there was a dramatic club, and I started to do theater there in the university. Ultimately, I completed my degree as an civil engineer in 2002. I met with few people who are doing some diploma in theater. So I started to study theater in a proper way. Later on in 2003, we started our own theater company that is called Mass Foundation.
I started dance when I was 10 years old, and it was, Austrian folk dance, so very traditional. After the years of trying out different dance styles and different sports, when you're young, I came to the field of urban dance and hip hop and street dance. And this was kind of like a social net for me, because everybody was respected in this group in the hip hop scene. My mom is from Austria, but my dad is from Sri Lanka. My dad was asking me every time, like, what are you gonna study, doctor or lawyer? These typical Asians questions.
Yeah.
You doctor yet? No, Dad, I'm 12. Talk to me when you doctor.
Like, it was kind of a pressure for me, because I knew inside of me that I want to live from dance someday. For me, it was like, okay, then I'm gonna study law and economics and please my dad. And then in the end, when I got this certificate and when I finally finished it, he was like, okay, now you can do whatever you want.
I come from a family of lawyers. I started taking ballet classes, like a lot of little girls do, when I was 3 years old. And then I just never quit. You know how people ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be when you grow up? I just never changed my answer. But my parents did want me to get a degree. They told me it doesn't matter what it's in, but you have to have a piece of paper saying that you worked for 3 to 4 years at something. So I got a degree in dance from NYU. And while I was there, I was introduced to the film world, and I started working in film as well. Not to mention that there's a lot of pressure in the classical ballet world to look a certain way and eat a certain way. And I essentially said fuck that and went into the contemporary dance scene, where I have found such a community. There's no money there at all. The struggles were more in the industry itself, I think. And because I was lucky enough to be born in Canada and work in the States, where the art scenes are just so big and there's so much opportunity. But it also means that there's 500 other people at the audition with you. So you show up to Broadway auditions at 5 a.m., write your name on a piece of paper that's taped to the side of the building. And then, you stay at that building until 11 a.m. And then they tell you they can't see you that day because there's 500 other people that show up at 4 a.m. So, and it's a lot of the time, they're looking at your headshot and they say, well, her hair isn't the right shade of brown, or I want someone who's 5'7", not 5'6". It very much reduces you to what your resume and the first paragraph of your resume and what your headshot looks like, which it feels a little degrading sometimes. It's hard not to go through that every day of the week and not feel like that one paragraph on your resume is now what you are. But I've learned my own way around it. My mom, being a lawyer, she taught me a good trick, because it's all about using your voice, right, and making yourself heard. She taught me a good trick that when she's in the courtroom, she actively lowers her voice, like a half octave.
This is my house.
If I'm speaking with my friends, sometimes I speak up here, and this is my sing-song voice. But if I'm speaking with the director and I'm asking for a raise, this is the voice I use. You know?
I hear you.
One of the things that is true about me is that I'm a person who says yes. That kind of an attitude is part of what keeps you working, is just the willingness to say yes to things. I'm a cisgender straight white male in America, right? I've got all the privilege. I've got all the easy paths. I didn't have any of the burdens that anybody else really has to deal with. Even then, it's not easy.
David, let's start with you. 10 seconds on the board. What can you play?
A white guy. A white guy who gains 50 pounds. Slave owner. And that's it.
That is correct. You named all 3 roles you can play.
So when I was in my college years and I came home and said, I think I want to be a theater major, my parents just said, you know, you're never going to make any money, but if that's what makes you happy, great. And then that was that. We never talked about it again. My first work was doing touring productions for like electricity companies, where I would go into elementary schools and do a little 45-minute show about where electricity comes from and how to be safe with it. I'll sing a little bit of the number here. Ready?
Yeah.
Electricity is the key to our treasure of energy. Starting here, starting now. You must carefully choose and respect what you use.
Wow.
Thank you, thank you. And it paid fine, but it wasn't art. And it was kind of degrading and hard on my soul. So I ran away and I went out to the mountains and I waited tables and I climbed mountains and I skied and I had a great time. And after a couple of years of that, I thought, I felt called back to the theater. So I started graduate school. And then when I was in grad school for my master's program, I really realized I was teaching my first classes. And I loved it, and I felt really called to do that. So I went and got my PhD and started teaching and was able to get a teaching job. In 2003, my wife and I and a couple of other friends decided we should start a theater company. And so we started Theater B to do contemporary, thought-provoking shows for grown-ups. You know, edgy stuff that was going to be political and has something to say. And we started this theater company figuring, we'll do a show. There's this script we want to do. We're going to cast ourselves in it. We'll make this thing ourselves. We'll put it up in an abandoned building and do a show. And we did. And, you know, we did the seed money ourselves to get it started. And then people came and they gave us money. And so we're like, oh, I guess we have to do this again. So now over the last, 17 years, it's grown now to $200,000 operation annually. We've got 2 paid staff. All the artists get small stipends. We do a main season and really are serving our community.
Thank you so much, guys, for sharing your experiences. Now we're going to have some fun. We're going to play an interesting game called Fuck, Marry, and Kill.
First on my list is Mr. Aamir Nawaz. Jacinta Ardern, Angelina Jolie, and Melania Trump.
Women sitting in the next room will kill me right after this program. Fuck will go for Angelina, definitely. And will love to marry Jacinda.
I know, right?
Definitely want
Kill
to
me.
kill the Sorry, David.
I think I would have made the same choice.
Ollie, are you ready for your options? So your options are Tom Hanks,
Okay.
Tom Cruise,
Okay.
and Rami Malek.
Oh.
Dun, 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 dun.
Fuck Rami Malek.
You're gonna fuck Rami Malek.
Yes, absolutely.
Definitely.
I think I'm marrying Tom Hanks and killing Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Well,
That's the voice choice. Tom Cruise looks like someone who's like actual crazy. There's something wrong with that guy in real life.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, Mr. David. Are you ready,
Right.
Mr. David?
All right, hit me.
hey.
My wife, by the way, is right over here and is going to confirm or deny whether or not these are the right choices.
All right. Okay. Anne Hathaway, George Clooney, and Sam Elliott.
Oh, I'm going to have to fuck Anne Hathaway, which means I have to marry George Clooney, which is good because he's rich, and then we'll get divorced and I'll get all the money.
Rich. Very rich.
Sorry, Sam. Somebody.
Oh, man.
Does your wife approve of your options?
Do you approve, Carrie? Yeah, she would fuck Anne Hathaway too.
No, David, no, David, no.
So your options are Lady Gaga,
Okay.
Justin Timberlake, or Ariana Grande.
Phew. Okay. I'm gonna marry Lady Gaga. And fuck Justin.
Obviously.
Yeah, because he brought sexy back.
Bringing sexy back. Them other boys don't know how to act. I think it's special what's behind your back.
All right, Sam, are you ready? Your options are Johnny Depp, Kate Winslet, and Christopher Nolan.
Okay. I'd probably fuck Kate Winslet. Should I kill Nolan for Inception or Johnny Depp for the person he is? Okay, that's a big one.
Well, I guess if you marry Christopher Nolan, he's pretty rich and he's a pretty.
Christopher Nolan's just an ego trip. Who's directing the next film? Too much for me.
Yeah. And plus he'll be very. I think he'll be very talkative in bed. You know, he'll always saying, "Okay, if the light travels from this way. You know, the sex will be really complicated with Christopher Nolan."
The way we divided them is that certain of them are presented in black and white, and those are the ones that relate to a parallel story that runs parallel to his life.
As long as I'm marrying Nolan and fucking Kate Winslet and that's the arrangement, then I'm cool.
Depp's gotta go.
I like that you were deciding who was going to die based on their artistic merits.
All right, guys. Now moving on to the game of charades. We have a game of charades planned for you guys. Now, in this game, David, Farah, Mr. Aamir, Samyukhta, Holly will be one team. Isha and I will be one team. Let the games begin!
Woohoo!
Let the games begin!
First word.
Word? Is it 6 words? 6-word title. The 4th word? Think little word?
Little finger. Wrist.
Watch, wrist. Time. Time?
Sixth word.
Sixth word. Sixth word. Hit.
Reel. Frame. Cinema. Film. Cinema.
With time.
Movie.
The Land Before Time. 6th word. Okay, syllables. We're going to be part of it. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cut. Second part.
Mm-hmm. Second part. Cut.
Hit. Chop. Chop. Cut.
Kill.
Kill.
Oh, I'm so enjoying this.
Forget it. First word.
This is the fourth word. First word.
Okay, first word. One. The. One. The?
One, the.
I don't know.
Similar
This
words.
is really hard.
Similar words to one.
Similar words to one. First. First.
Is it like once upon a
Somebody
time?
said, yes, yes, yes.
Once upon a time. Yeah, Holly said it.
Once upon a time in America?
Oh. In something else. What's your name? What's your name?
And time's up. It's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
In Hollywood.
5 words.
5 words.
First word.
Bed.
Bed?
Bed.
Second word.
Fourth word. First, fourth. Sleep.
Sleep.
Sleeping.
Bedtime. Bedtime?
Dream.
What?
Night.
Dream.
Yes, yes.
Dream.
Somebody said it.
At night.
Dream.
Somebody said it.
Dream.
Night?
Yes.
Night.
Night.
Night. Dead.
Night of the Living Dead.
Absolutely. Woohoo!
Night of the Living Dead.
Your time starts now.
2 words.
Crown.
Queen.
Queen.
Queen. Okay, like the band Queen?
Queens of the Queens or Queens of the Stone Age or something like that.
That's 2 words, right?
Yeah, true.
What film is this? Queen.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes.
Oh.
Wow.
Now, for our next segment, we're gonna have some fun. So I'm gonna put my hat on. Now I am the sheriff of Dumbtown.
And I am the mayor of Idiot's World. As we all know, that it's not quite easy to be an artist. There's hardly any stability, there are societal pressures, and the constant need to prove yourself. So we did a survey asking performers and directors what they hear on everyday basis. And these are some of the questions that we came up with. And the purpose of this is to see if all the performing artists can relate to it globally. Farah, please dance from a music video for 8 hours straight, and there's not much pay in it, but I will give you a shout out on Instagram. Huh? That will pay your bills. Okay? Are you in for it?
Fuck off. I'm so not into it because I heard this 100 times.
So David, I heard you're a theater director. So Shakespeare, huh? What a guy. Am I right?
Just silent shaking my head.
Mr. Aamir, you are a theater director. Do you know that who is the best director in this world? God is the best director in this world.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
You can't deny the almighty, Mr. Aamir.
Sam, you are an artist, right? What is your real job? I mean, that is just a hobby, na? What is your real job? What do you actually do?
Shut the fuck up.
So David, I heard you're a theater director. Agatha
I am.
Christie, more like Agatha Chris Coffee.
I can't even understand that.
You see Agatha Christie and Agatha Chris Coffee?
Oh, that's very clever. You should try stand-up.
Holly, you're a choreographer, right?
Yes.
My nana always said that I could be a very good choreographer. He always said I had a spark in me. You know why? I choreographed my second cousin's third daughter's wedding. All the dances I choreographed. And all the 300 guests, you know what they said? They said that the dance had reasonable amount of moves. So I think I could be very good choreographer. It's just that I never got a chance. I mean, you just got the chance. Otherwise,
I think everyone should take the opportunity to do arts, be bad at them, try them, do it. I'm not even mad at that one. Good for you.
So, Mr. Aamir, I heard you're a theatre educator, so you have spent whole your life making your craft. But you see, I have seen 5 plays, and one of them was on Broadway, so I think I'm a better theatre critic than you are.
Fuck off, Hassan.
I'd like to jump in on this one, and that is that opinions are like assholes. Everyone's.
So, Farah, are you a dancer? But let's be honest, anyone can be a dancer. David is dancing right now. So yeah, everyone is a dancer.
That's true. Let's dance together next time we see each other.
Sam, you have had many accomplishments. But you're a woman, so when are you getting married and when are you getting a lovely husband and 3 children and complete family?
I got 1 child free without marriage, so I think I'm enough.
Oh, hi. Tuba.
Were these questions relatable? Will these are the things you hear all the time when you're performing or back like you're out in the industry?
I think all of it. This is very Asian. Chance, I didn't get a chance is very Asian. Yeah. So many people here. Oh, you're so lucky. You get to direct play.
So glamorous. Huh?
You have a recurring deposit in your bank. Shut up.
People say, yeah, you're living your dream, so why can you even suffer from things? So you're doing what makes you happy, so how can you have a bad day?
I hear that one a lot too. It's something about like when you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. That's bullshit. No, like it's still work.
That's bullshit. That's absolutely bullshit. Bullshit 101.
It's exhausting, right? You get through a rehearsal and or performances, and you're just wrung out and done. And yeah, we love it. And it feeds us, and it's just like, I'm done.
When you're emotionally invested in what you do, it drains you emotionally. If you're working a 9 to 5 and you're just doing it to get the pay at the end of the day, you've got something reserved that you can come home and have that.
Exactly.
But when you do your passion, it takes everything.
Especially then when it comes to dance, for example, it's not only physical. Like even when you rehearse for 8 hours, such a mental thing. You always open up fully on different levels. Where people tell me, okay, the next time I'm gonna, like when you perform there are many more important people, directors or whatever, who watch you and then give you another job opportunity.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Our work never ends with rehearsal, never ends with the show. Especially if you take up a project, it's like one 24/7 obsession that keeps running in your head, like, as this idea. Oh, let's do that. Okay, all this. It just keeps running the mill. It's never until that project is over.
I think it's better time people start appreciating performers and people start appreciating hero actors, directors. Yeah, come on, man. It takes a lifetime to develop your craft, and it takes a lot of energy and a lot of psychological pressure, a lot of emotional energy to to be a master of your craft. And that you have just seen 5 or 6 plays, and you can you're critiquing it. This wasn't right, and this wasn't good. Shut the fuck up, dude.
But Hassan,
no one cares.
I have a project for you. And you'll get loads of exposure in it.
Okay, guys, so we have one last game planned for you guys. Hey, David, are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Okay, David, AC/DC or Guns N' Roses?
Guns N' Roses.
Okay, if you go back in time, what era would it be?
I thought about this a lot, and I don't like the idea of going back in time, because you go back in time and pretty quickly there's no penicillin, right? There's no sewage and all that stuff, right? It'd be really, ugh. And Okay, I'd go back to ancient Greece.
Okay. If you're locked in a room with O.J. Simpson, Bill Cosby, Donald Trump, and you have to sacrifice one person, whom would you sacrifice?
I only get one? At this point, I think the greatest existential threat to America is Donald Trump.
We have each one have one in our country to back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I think, all three of them are pretty shitty guys, right?
Absolutely.
Murderer, rapist, and Donald Trump, who is, I think, a murderer and a rapist.
Of both.
Yeah. So, yeah. No, if I could get rid of any of them, it would be DT. And
yeah, Holly, are you ready?
I'm ready.
So if you can have one superpower, what would you like to have?
I want the superpower to refill things. If someone's annoying you, you refill their bladder and then they have to go to the bathroom. I think there's a lot of potential here. I want the power to refill things.
So you can go buy one drink and just refill it as many times as you want.
Exactly. You'll save so much money on groceries.
So much.
Whom would you like to get intimate with? Captain Marvel or Harley Quinn?
Oh, I'm ashamed to say I haven't seen Captain Marvel, but I think I just like the concept. Captain Marvel all the way.
Captain Marvel all the way. Okay, so if you have to watch a TV show for 86 hours straight, what would you watch?
Community.
I'll allow it.
Are you ready for a...
Yes.
Name your celebrity lady crush.
Alicia Keys.
So name that one thing that you will take with you on the moon.
My sister.
Oh. If crime is legal for 24 hours, you can do anything you want. Every crime in your state is illegal. So name that one crime you want to do.
Wow. I would kill my sister. No joke. That would be. I would kill a lot of racist people here.
Yeah, that's probably the best thing to do. Oh my God, David is sipping water. As soon as you said I will kill a lot of racist people there, and David was like,
oh damn.
Oh my God. Thank God you guys showed up. I gotta get out of here. It's a silver Lexus. Just pull it right up front. And don't scuff the paint, all right? I just had it buffed.
are you ready, Stan?
Yes.
Okay. If you can marry one TV character, what would it be?
Always marry. I have to marry you.
No, you can fuck. Okay.
If
you can fuck one.
You have to marry.
If you can fuck one TV, if you can fuck one TV character, what would it be?
Most recently, who would I fuck is Nairobi on Money Heist.
Ooh, yes.
If you meet Freddie Mercury in heaven, what would you say to him?
I'd be one of those silly people who'll ask him to sing, no? Like, it's like you meet one of your crushes. Can you please sing me a song?
याद तेरी आएगी मुझको बड़ा सताएगी याद तेरी आएगी मुझको बड़ा सताएगी.
Name one person, Sam, you would like to punch.
One. Okay. Right now, equivalent of Donald Trump, Narendra Modi, right on his nose.
Whoa. Pew, pew, pew.
Wow, Modi ji, wow.
Okay, Mr. Aamir, are you ready?
Yeah.
If you can take one woman on a date, dead or alive, who would that be?
I am sitting in my home.
Except your wife.
I'm trying to picture what it would be like to take a dead woman on a date.
I vote alive. Exciting.
I like to take my first crush.
Ooh.
She was Steffi Graf.
Steffi?
Oh.
Yeah, tennis player.
In a fight between Superman and Muhammad Ali, the boxer, who would you choose?
Muhammad Ali, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Be the man.
Black power! Mr. Aamir, the reason I chose you last was I wanted to ask you this question. If Isha and I both are drowning and you can only save one person, who would it be?
Don't start to weep, please, Hassan, please. I have to save my best actress rather than you. Sorry.
My God, that is such an honor.
Oh God, thank you so much, guys. It has been a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful experience. Now we're moving towards the closing segment. And the closing segment is that what do you guys think would be the future of performing arts?
Okay, ever since the lockdown started, I told myself one thing: I will not think about the future. Okay, so future of performing arts, future of industry, I think it's very important to do something right now today. Whether it's a conversation like this, right, or scribbling something, or I don't know, acting something in front of a camera, or my toddler makes a play every day. So, I think it's very important, because if we keep this moving, the future figures itself out. I'm working on a play which is totally like rehearsed on Zoom. I think we're at that kind of a changing, space where we just have to keep playing with the camera and something will happen.
It's like what's happening in the States right now with the protests for George Floyd's death. We're being called on to act and to relearn and to take action and rethink the system and rethink our place in it. And I think it's our job as artists to do that and to show others how to do that and how to build a future where that's something that is history.
All these things are very much, are the live things. It's good. It's good to see theater live. It's good to see dance live. It's good to hear music, live music. So it will be a big challenge if we have to go to on the recorded side. Then I think that there will be no survival for theater. The TV will capture it, and the TV will dominate it, and the theater will end, unfortunately.
We're going to get through this, right? As a globe, we're going to get through this. It's going to be shitty, and a lot of people are going to die, and a lot of people are going to live, and there will be life after this. And when we come back, when life starts to return to normal, people are going to really want to come together again. I think the thing that performing arts do, that dance and theater and opera does, different from other kinds of arts, is it really is about radical empathy. It's about getting in the space together as audience and performers and feeling each other breathe. People's heartbeats begin to synchronize in space together. And I think people are going to be really hungry for that. And so I think we're going to see a resurgence.
I totally think so too. And I think that art will always be important, or performing arts, because it's so healing, not only for the performers themselves, but also for the audience. If there are no theaters, we will perform outside and people will do art all the time. So
I don't know what is normal, because I wasn't really extremely fond of the world which was pre-lockdown. We had our problems. I really wish we detach from this word normal and kind of make life. I don't know,
I absolutely believe that performing artists make this world a better place.
As my company name is Mass Foundation, so we have a page on Facebook. You can follow.
If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Holly, HOLLY _Laroche, LAROCHE.
I also have an Instagram account. I don't use it very much. I'm too old. I can do Facebook.
Yeah, my Instagram is Farah _Fasi, so FASI. Also, I want to give props to the company where I met you guys, so Hungry Shark CIA.
The funny place I worked in was the funny Why Not Studios or whatever, is a film production company. They don't make the mass commercial films. So you should check out some of their films. Maybe you might like, a little bit of flavor from what kind of cinema comes from there.
All right.
So, okay, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You so
it has been a delight. Everyone, thank you, David, Farah, Sam, Holly, Mr. Aamir, thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, we like David. We like David.
If I die young, bury me in satin, lay me down on a bed of roses, sink me in the river at dawn, send me away with the words of a love song. Oh, Lord, make me a rainbow, I shine down on my mother. She'll know I'm safe with you when she stands under my colors, and I'll wear my